Hi everybody, I'm back. Today we're going to go into Ardha Chandrasana, and I decided to do this video outside so you can see the beautiful berry pond in the background. So you may hear a little bit of motorcycle activity as well because we're kind of close to the road here, but that's okay, we welcome that. Ardha meaning half, Chandra, moon. Asana posture, right? Half moon posture, not to be confused with the balancing Ardha Chandrasana. So for the Tadasana portion of this pose, refer to the video from yesterday, to the first video, and I'm not going to go over that so much. What I really want to cover is starting to think about now the lines of the body. So we have the superficial front line of the body. Larissa talked to us all about how the muscles are all connected all the way up through. We have the back line of the body. We have the side lines of the body. So think about this as from the outer foot all the way up through. And of course we have the deep front line of the body, which is the primary structural muscles that we're working our way in towards. So right now with Ardha Chandrasana, we're working with the side lines of the body and the front line of the body, okay? For stretching and contracting, obviously, back line of the body. So let's start with our mountain pose, Tadasana, and need a little room here. I'm going to do this with my feet together. Do a little side step. Inhale the arms up. And we know we have our form here. A little space between the ear and the shoulder. For the side bend, we want to shift our attention to the right foot, because I'm going to be pressing a little more actively down through that foot. I'm going to be really contracting that thigh. My hips are going to be going off to the right, but instead of just, I'm going to do this wrong, okay? Instead of just kind of hinging right here, I want to be growing up and out of the side body as if somebody's taking me by the ribs and lifting me up and moving me over. How do I do that? I have to use the muscles of my body to do that. So hopefully you'll be able to see this in the video. I'm going to lightly press my hips over to the right, but not as much as you might think, because what I really want to start to come into connection to is that lift in the ribs. So you can see me starting to lift in the ribs, and I'm going to keep that balanced with how much I press my hips over to the side. In our side bend, we always want to be able to breathe. So lots of times people will advance quickly into their side bend to the point where they can no longer breathe. Breathing is critical. The breathing alone, really working that diaphragm muscle and stretching and opening in the belly and the chest with the breath, also stretches connective tissue and muscle, right? So, but more importantly, we need the breath and the focus and the concentration. So as we come into the side bend, nice lift up and out of the body. My head is generally forward. Sometimes I like to turn my head up as if I'm gently resting my head to my inner arm, but I'm not really doing that. I'm making sure that I can breathe. Here's the other thing. Upper shoulder back enough to keep the body all on one plane. And a lift in the ribs. I'm not going to lose that lift in the ribs that we found in Tadasana. When we start to lose that, we start to see this, correct? So yeah, I can breathe. I can hang out here all day and I'm getting virtually nothing from it. So, side bend. Staying rooted and grounded. Same thing, we're getting into those little intercostal muscles between the ribs, short, tough muscles. We want them to open, to stretch. Now, one of the awarenesses in this pose is in the shoulders. Remember this motion of finding our edge right here in the shoulder. Where is that? So that we honor that edge. We're going to use it in our back bend. For the back bend, we're going to think about the ribs as a cylinder front to back, and the pelvis, same thing, right? So as the front of the ribs come up, the back of the ribs go down. The back of the pelvis goes down, the front up, to knit us into core awareness. To do the back bend, we're going to be working from the feet up, but we're going to bring our awareness through the body in a wave, okay? So we're going to go up with our awareness, down with our awareness, up with our awareness, down with our awareness, using the breath. And that will keep you absolutely rooted in not just core, but incrementally advancing into the asana in a way that will hold proper alignment and not subject you to falling out of proper alignment, because we really want to find that beautiful C curve, I say that loosely because the spine is all wavy here. We're using all of the vertebrae together to expand, to extend in the spine as we go into a back bend. So I have my core Tadasana here. I'm going to press the hips a little bit forward, feel my big toes. Next, I'm going to lift my ribs. There's space between the low ribs and pelvis. And I'm going to press my arms back to find my shoulders and take a breath here. Head goes along for the ride. Then I'm going to move down the body. I'm going to press my arms back to find my shoulders, to lift through the ribs a little bit more, and then press the hips forward, and then make sure I'm back in my core here. Did I lose my core hold in the legs and the glutes? Take a breath. Press the hips forward, lift through the ribs, press the arms back, take a breath. As the body adjusts, I can go a little deeper. Press the arms back, lift through the ribs, press the hips forward. Oh, that is so beautiful in the sunlight. I hope you can get outside and practice. A nice way to release Ardha Chandrasana is fanning the arms out and finding stillness. Okay, so that's Ardha Chandrasana, working with the side lines of the body, front line of the body by contracting the back line. And any questions that you have, please post. And I'll do Utkatasana tomorrow. Remember, these postures in the manual are kind of lined up so that each one before opens us up to go to the following posture, right? And we're going to work our way through. So tomorrow I might be able to get 2 postures on there, but this is a longer one. So love you all.